it's waiver wire time. So my addition this week, available in 50% of leagues player, guy I've been beating the drum for as a stash all season, Zach Collins. It finally happened. Jakob Poeltl got traded to the last place I thought he would go, the Toronto Raptors. Collins is rostered in 37% of Yahoo leagues, 4.5% of ESPN leagues. If you're in an ESPN league, you need to start listening to this podcast. Poeltl triggered to the Raptors, I should say. Collins, when he sees 24 minutes at least, averages 12.2 points, 7.1 rebounds, 3.4 assists with a 63% field goal percentage. The blocks have dried up a bit. That makes me a bit concerned because it's been going on for a while. He also isn't hitting as many threes as I think he's capable of, but maybe the Spurs give him a little bit longer of a leash here, tell him to go out there and get some numbers. I also think Charles Bassey is interesting, but I'm not sure I would add him until you get confirmation that they turn his two-way into a standard deal.
He also hasn't played in how many days?
He's been in the G League. He's a two-way guy. So if you get confirmation that they guarantee his contract, I would pick Bassey up because he's also legit. But right now, Collins.
All right. Very interesting. I think you've been, how many months you've been waiting to give us the Zach Collins?
5, 6.
I'm going to stay in the big man category. My available in 50% of leagues. My top pick is Mark Williams of the Charlotte Hornets, managed in only 41% of Yahoo. With Mason Plumlee traded to the Clippers, the 20-year-old Williams, the number 15 pick rookie, he's going to get the starting center job ahead of Nick Richards in Charlotte. And frankly, he should expect big blocks and rebounds. Per 36 minutes this season, he's averaged over 18 points, over 13 rebounds, and more than 2.5 blocks per 36 minutes. That said, so far he's only played 349 total minutes. He's had a few stints in the G League to get him experience. Hey, the Hornets stink, and they've been fishing for a center since like Alonzo Mourning. They are very wise to let the kid play. They've got other gunners. He's the kind of supportive, dirty work on the block rim protector that lets their gunners gun and their guards gamble on defense for steals. I actually think Mark Williams is a very nice fit for this lineup. And they do have Richards to back him up when need be. So anyway, love Mark Williams. Shocked he's only managing 41% of Yahoo leagues.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And unlike a lot of young big men, Ken, he's not going to totally tank your free throw percentage. 73.5%, 65% from the floor. Delicious. I love Mark Williams, probably the number one free agent pickup on the board, no matter your league size. You know, we mentioned the number 2 guy earlier, Colin Sexy Sexton. Now I'm going to go to Detroit and mention James Wiseman, my new favorite player. No! My new favorite player, 32% owned on Yahoo, 10% owned or rostered on ESPN. You know, I discussed it earlier. I'm very, very skeptical, but the news that he's going to start for the Pistons is enough for me to make Wiseman a speculative ad. I think even in 10-team leagues, if you're big man desperate, there's a possibility here. Per 36, he is at 19 points, 10 boards, 1.6 blocks.
He's never sniffed 36 minutes a game.
No,
interesting. We'll see what happens.
No, he hasn't. You know, in the G League, he was at about 18 and 10 in 28, 29 minutes per. He's a guy who could be a walking double-double, can get you some blocks. It just all depends on how the Pistons deploy him. But I would say 10-team leagues, you could definitely wait and see how it plays out with Duren, Stewart, and Wiseman. But if you're in 12-team or deeper and you're looking for a guy who could pop off, you know, if he immediately runs into 30-plus minutes per game, there's going to be production here, no matter how much of a bust you consider Wiseman to be at this stage in his career. He's worth a look. This guy is still very, very young. He turns 22 in about a month and a half. So still tons of upside, still time to really live up to his potential. I'm grabbing Wiseman if he's available in any of my leagues.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it before. Playing in Detroit will be a lot more straightforward for him than playing in Golden State.
Yeah. Alex, who's your long shot of the week?
I initially had Devontae Graham here, but I pivoted and went with Talen Horton-Tucker of the Utah Jazz. 3% rostered in Yahoo, 1.8% rostered in ESPN. I feel like it's being overlooked that the Jazz traded away like pretty much everyone in their rotation. And like how many games / minutes are here moving forward for Kelly Olynyk and Rudy Gay, who Olynyk was seeing 30 minutes a game when he was healthy. Gay was seeing 15 minutes a game when he was healthy. When seeing at least 20 minutes, which is obviously a low bar, when seeing at least 20 minutes, Horton-Tucker's averaging 12.4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1.8 stocks. And I've watched a decent amount of Jazz games this year. Whenever Talen Horton-Tucker came in, he had some pretty good energy. He's a little out of control, but he came in hot. Super long arms, can block and steal shots. Aggressive offensively, big body, can bully people. So to me, this is a pickup. Like maybe not 12 teamers. It's a little borderline there, but I think if you're in a 16 teamer, you have to really consider this, especially like Shannon mentioned the game that the Jazz played after making these trades, and Horton-Tucker played 24 minutes. He went 6 of 12 from the field for 15 points. He had 6 assists and a block, only 1 turnover. Like I think this is the opportunity for him.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I totally agree. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is gone. Mike Conley's gone. They have tons of players gone. THT should get run.
Are you saying Rudy Gay's not in their future? He's only 88.
How did they not trade him?
If he gets fouled too hard, he's just going to go like Avengers and get dusted style, right? Like
all right. Well, my long shot of the week, I'm going back to the OKC Thunder and a different Jaylin Williams. It's Jaylin Williams with a Y, Jaylin Williams. Look, we talked about Jaylin, Jalen. He's already been picked up a few weeks ago. He was a great free agent pick a few weeks ago. But remember, the Thunder traded Mike Muscala to Boston. Darius Bazley's now in Phoenix. They received Saric from the Suns. I don't know if they're going to buy him out or not. I'm not sure where he fits on their timeline. Anyway, Jaylin with a Y is coming off a 14.7 rebounds, 7 assists game. Yes, the Thunder can be a little maddening with their rotations, but Williams is a rookie. He sure has a lot more upside than the other bigs on this Thunder team. Hey, it's a long shot. It's a long shot of the week. He's only managed in 3% of Yahoo leagues, but if you got bench room, take a flyer on Jaylin Williams with a Y.
Just not showing any respect to the real JRE Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
You are correct. I am not.
That's understandable. That's understandable. My long shot of the week is Malaki Branham for the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio made some moves at the deadline. And I like what Branham's been doing lately. No more Richardson. Josh Richardson's out of town. Trey Jones has been in and out of the lineup due to health. Sohan, same thing. They're starting Romeo Langford at the 2. Malaki Branham's been starting as well. In February, he's been very, very solid. He started 3 straight games. But in 4 games in February, he's averaging 16.8 points, 3.8 assists, 2 3-pointers in 32 minutes per game. This is a first-round pick for the Spurs, 20th overall. I believe he sticks in the starting lineup for the remainder of the season. I think he's going to get run over Langford. With Richardson gone, that opens up minutes. So even if he does move back to the bench, the minutes are going to be there. I'm not worried about Devontae Graham stealing thunder from him. They're going to build up their guys instead. And Branham's that guy.
For people saying Graham's a pick, you got to remember, guys never shot over 38% field goal percentage. There's no future in Graham. He can't shoot. He's proven that.
Yes. One other guy I want to mention, I meant to mention him as one of my Standard pickups, Bones Hyland moving to the Clippers, I think, is one of the more underrated moves. He could easily get slotted in as their starting point guard over Terrence Mann. No Reggie Jackson, no John Wall. They've both been outed from LA. To be determined what Bones' role will be, but whether it's a starting point guard role for the Clippers or if he plays a Lou Williams 6-man role for him, he is that type of player where he can come off the bench and fill it up. The key here is he'd been kicked out of the rotation in Denver for being a bonehead on the court, it seems like, or a selfish player based on some of the rumors that were out there and comments from teammates. But getting another chance in LA as a young guy who can fill it up. I love Bones Hyland's upside. And even if it's just 25 minutes off the bench, that's going to be enough to provide decent fantasy value. His per 36 this season is 22.3 points, 5.5 assists, 1.2 steals, and 4 3-pointers per game on 38% shooting from downtown.
He is not shy about shooting. Not shy at all.
No bones about it. Ken, who is your long shot?
My second long shot, I'm cheating here. I'm not going boring. I'm sticking with another long shot, is Jaylen Nowell of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hey, D'Angelo Russell's now with the Lakers. Yeah, a lot of those shots are going to Ant-Man, but I think a lot of those shots are also going to Nowell. Per 36, he scores 20.1 points per 36 with 2 triples and surprisingly decent percentages. Yeah, his defense is weak. He'll never see 36, but he's their Vinny the Microwave. He's going to be points off the bench, and I think they're going to need a little more of that with Russell gone.
Okay. Possibly. I'm interested to see if Alexander Walker cracks that rotation too. He was playing 15 minutes per game in Utah. He could eat into some of the minutes from Nowell, but I agree, Ken. He is a boring pickup and one you should consider.
Try RotoWire free. Go to rotowire.com/try and unlock the paywall by putting in your email.